Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to Super Knux Plays. And yes, I do have another Call of Duty video, but finally I can post Modern Warfare footage. Now, we're actually starting off here on what I have to say is my least favorite map in this entire game. And I'm switching back to the AUG because for a video that might come out... Oh my gosh, what's that dude doing there? For a video that's going to come out either later this week or might go somewhere else, I'm going to do something with a gameplay that I got on St. Petrograd. And I use the AUG in it, and I just go on a tear. So I'm actually here on the map called Piccadilly, which is actually, in my opinion, for Team Deathmatch, the worst map in Modern Warfare. And it's actually very fitting that I have this gameplay here, because I actually do pretty decent here, but that's not the point. The point is this. The reason it is the worst, because there's a lot of things that are factoring into why I just cannot enjoy Modern Warfare with my normal playstyle, which, if you can tell, aside from going from corner to corner, because I am terrified half the time when I go through here. If you haven't picked up on how I've played lately, I like to run and gun. I like to just run around, have a good, run around, go crazy, and just take out enemies, but also try to be a little smart as I go about it. And I have no idea how that grenade... Probably got the EOM or EDM. I'm forgetting the name of it. There we go. Anyways, I want to talk about the things that are ruining Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and start off, we can go with the maps, because holy crap, they're so poorly designed. Like, I have never been this annoyed with the design of a map ever. And there's a couple things that are... I think... Well, first off, I mean, hell, we can go with this. I feel like there are so many more spots to camp rather than having the 3-lane maps, which people apparently have complained about. I haven't really kept up with Call of Duty in the past couple of years, so I'm kind of just jumping back into Modern Warfare. If anybody wants to know, I stopped playing these games I stopped actively playing around Ghost because I just couldn't stand it, and then I kind of came back a little bit for Black Ops 3, but then stopped. And now I'm coming back in for Modern Warfare, and there's things to like in the game. There's things that allow it to be solid, but then there's things that kind of go against it. And the first off are the maps, and also the doors that you can open and close. I feel like that just leads to far too many opportunities to just have someone sit in a corner and camp, or in Piccadilly's in the case of Piccadilly, there's this one room that you can go into. It's kind of like a little shopping center, a little store that you can go into that has an upstairs area. And I've seen people drop so many claymores there, and it's so obnoxious. But, I mean, this has to be one of the worst maps ever made in the game, or for Team Deathmatch. So if you talk about, well, what about this game mode? Okay, the room I'm aiming to, that one where I got the hit marker, that's where they go every single time, because there's this door right here that you can go into. And it just annoys me every single time I play this map, because I know there are people there. You can see people there in my radar. Why? Why does it exist? I can open it, and I'll see, hey, there's you. And hey, he didn't kill me with the shotgun, because those things are now apparently sniper rifles with how powerful they are and how much range that they have. And that's the other thing. The weapon balance in this game is all over the place. I mean... Let me just say this. If you want to go with something like the FAL, which, if you don't know, that's a semi-auto assault rifle. In previous games, it was like my go-to. It was really cool. It was awesome. You do your single-fire stuff. Those are pointless now, because if I've noticed... I mean, I've noticed this, that I have gone up against people with a semi-auto option, and they would somehow manage to get the kill on me, and I've put a couple bullets in them. That one clip that I had on that Call of Duty mobile video that I put up the other day, that was just from that. And oh man, the camp on this. So he was just waiting around that corner for me. I despise players that do this kind of crap. Anyways, for stuff that's like the assault rifles, anything that just shoots full auto will get the job done. Hell, even burst auto gets the job done half the time. But if you use a semi-auto, expect to die a lot, because you basically shoot blanks at them, or I don't know whether it's the connection. More than likely it is, because that's another issue I've been having with playing online. The connection's been pretty piss poor, even when I'm on a wired connection, even when there's nothing that really should interfere, even when I'm not streaming, which I have done before, and I couldn't tell the difference. But even with that, I would put in so many bullets and I would get nothing out of it. So, I mean, that's another thing that's pretty obnoxious with this. And I think there's like so many weapons that are good. Like the 7.25 is probably the best shotgun in the entire game, but it's also really, really inconsistent. This could be a connection, like I was saying, but I've been put. Okay, that's not the 7.25. That's actually the R90. Okay, so that's a completely different shotgun, but the 7.25 has to be the most powerful one in the game because it has attachments that you can use on it that would actually allow you to shoot from longer ranges. And at that point, there's a point where some areas are too close together, or they're so close quarters that you might as well just have it as a sniper rifle, even in the more open areas, because you can just get hit markers. I've been shot from long distances that I have never been hit by, or never been hit from before in the series, or in any of the previous games that I played, like Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 3, and stuff like that. So it's like sometimes this thing is just a sniper rifle. Also, this is really dumb. I'm going after this guy, I jump and then go over, and then it's like, okay, my idea here is to switch to the Pila, which has been my rocket launcher of choice, my secondary of choice, because I don't want to use a pistol. Same reason, semi-autos are not worth using in this game, because they're not strong enough. They don't hold their own, and the majority of the guns, especially the assault rifles, they can all have a semi-auto option, which pretty much makes having semi-autos in the game pointless because every other gun can do it. And by every other, I mean like the majority of assault rifles, the majority of SMGs, they can all do the same thing. They can all go semi-auto, so what's the point of even having them there? I think it would have been better if you just removed the semi-auto option altogether, because then you would give... that's probably my own grenade. But you would give weapons like the FAL, you would give them a reason to exist, but with this option, they don't need to exist whatsoever or be used. You can just leave it alone and never look at it again. And like I said, because of like the so-so connection that I've been having whenever I play this game, even though my internet's pretty good for this, it doesn't matter at all, because I can put a couple bullets in them and they can just use a shotgun, a sniper, or marksman rifle. Not so much a sniper though, but a marksman rifle, and they could just take me out with one shot. Or that pistol that I think is 357 or whatever it is. It might have been that with some kind of attachment on it that took me out in one hit. So yeah, that's one of the things that's pretty much ruined it. It's the weapon balance, because this game is not very balanced. Obviously, people are using the M4 A1s, and they're using these 7.25s, which I've had to use it as well, just so I can get a challenge done, because everything else is like, well, do I want to go with a gun that I can learn to get used to, or do I want to use this thing that automatically wastes anything that it directly hits? Sometimes. So that's kind of what I went with. As for other things that are ruining the game, the claymores, my god. I think that's just more of the map design, because people have just been dropping claymores. There was a picture that I put up on Twitter of like a double claymore that killed me. One of them killed me, the other one I guess is if I try to hop over it. But people are just camping in these areas with claymores all around it, and I'm just like, is this fun to people? How is this fun? Like, I love the Call of Duty games. I don't like them as much as I used to, but I've liked the Call of Duty games back when I played World at War, Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3. I didn't really play too much Modern Warfare 2, and also, I mean, Black Ops 2 was like my go-to game. I was really into that game. And to get something like, yeah, I kind of have like a few years break from this, and then come back to Modern Warfare, and just I need to collect myself for a moment. And to have something like this happen, where it's just like everybody's camping in these little crevices in the map, and anybody who rushes just gets immediately destroyed, and obviously the shotgun takes you out like it just did for me right there. But I just want to get into the last thing. The absolute worst thing that I've noticed is the fact that the AI for the characters, or whatever it is for a multiplayer, just will not shut up. Every other time when I go past an enemy, or an enemy comes past me, contact, enemy spotted, I'm like, stop that, because you don't give any... I mean, if it was just teammates doing that, that'd be perfect. But then you also have enemies doing it, so it throws me off thinking that, oh crap, okay, my teammate found somebody. Let me go find it. Oh, nope, never mind. It's just an enemy who's also giving a shout, who's calling this place out on these spots that I don't care about. Obviously, yes, you can use them, but yeah, anyways. But yeah, that was pretty much it for the game that I have right here. Let me go grab a different gameplay, but there you go, 17-9. It's not pretty, but it's something. It's a victory. Let me grab another gameplay so that way I can continue my little rant here. Alright, so this is another clip that I have for here. I don't really have much to say on this clip except for more cheese than, I don't know, pizza? Who cares? The point is, I just brought this because it was just something that I had on my hard drive. Anyways, the problem that I had was the fact that they were calling it out. So I was getting messed up just by the fact that it's not just a call out from a teammate, it's a call out from everyone. But the worst thing is, can't they just shut this up? Because it is ruining it. Because I have been screwed over by this, not because a teammate was calling something out, not because an enemy called something out and I heard it, because they were calling me out, and it was like it was just like, oh, contact, I'm spotted right there in the kill cam. I was like, I just don't understand why this game does this. So that's another thing that's ruining Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I wish they could just shut them up for once, and I know there's a realism thing that they kind of stay quiet, or there's a mode that it might stay quiet. I've been told this. I'm not entirely sure if it's true or not, but honestly, I wish it was, because my goodness, is this just like, it's entirely like possible to have a game where you don't have to do that all the time. Can they just shut up? And that just leaves me to say this about Call of Duty Modern Warfare, is the fact that it's trying to be Battlefield, but doing such a piss poor job of it. You add all of these new things that you can do in the game. You can have a teammate. You can lean on a wall, put your gun right there, and oh, this is gonna be nice. I'm actually doing a sweet little montage for Call of Duty Modern Warfare coming soon. You're gonna see what it's like. It's gonna be dealing with the people who love to just sit in one place, lean their weapon against the wall, and just shoot from there. Because for some reason, you can get these amazing spots where you can see enemies and stuff just by just slapping your weapon onto the wall and leaning it a little bit, pointing and shooting. And honestly, I'm sick of it. I was tired of it in freaking Call of Duty Ghosts with the lean, because it was so stupid. It was so easy to just hit someone from there. And now they're doing it here, I guess, trying to make it more of a what is it? Like I said, more of like Battlefield. And honestly, do we really need a second Battlefield? And the answer is no. The alternative could be for someone who just loves to have a good run and gun arcade experience, not another tactical war simulator like Battlefield has been recently. Just because that game, I don't know. I don't know how is Battlefield doing. If anybody knows, feel free, let me know. But the point is that Modern Warfare apparently is now trying to do this, and you know what? It's so fitting that I have Call of Duty Mobile right here, because if you want run and gun and you got a phone, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you do, there you go. It's going to take a little bit to get used to the controls, or you could just take the other alternative and play on a PC through that emulator, but still, you will get a much more Call of Duty-like experience with this than you will with Modern Warfare, or Call of Claymore Modern Campfire. I watch a lot of 402 Thunder, so that's one of the things that he calls it. So yeah, there was something else I was gonna mention, but I honestly just don't know right now. I'm like out of it. I swear, I just started ranting. I just went into it. Right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna end it right here. There's probably more that I can get off my chest, but I'm just hoping that the free maps that we get will be worth it. I sure hope so, because I play a lot of Team Deathmatch, so I'm looking forward to seeing what, I can't think of the name off the top of my head, so, Shoot House, or whatever it is, I believe that's the name of it, Shoot House, I think. Wait, I almost want to say Kill House, because that's what it reminds me of. So yeah, that's going to do it for this commentary. I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you like these videos, you know what to do. Share the video around, click like, share it to people that you know who are also interested in Call of Duty, because honestly, I love the series. I would love to see this game do really well, but there are a lot of things that need to be fixed and overhauled before we can actually go forward with the series and continuing. And to people saying, well, it's so much different than the games, or all you got to do is change your playstyle, I say I refuse to change my playstyle. I will always rush when I play a Call of Duty game because to me it is an arcade first-person shooter online experience. The more tactical you make the game, the more frustrated that you will make your longtime players, and that is just something I agree with. I despise the fact that this is starting to turn into more of a Battlefield thing, because here's the thing, the last game you tried to turn Call of Duty into, Infinity Ward, didn't really work out very well, did it? Actually, technically Sledgehammer did it first, but then you guys tried it as well with Infinite Warfare. Didn't really work. So I don't see why you're trying to copy another game. So anyways, there's like a lot of things that I could just rant about Modern Warfare on, but there's also cool stuff that I can talk about, and in a future gameplay, hope if I do use it on my channel, you're gonna see what it is. Anyways, I've been rambling way too long. I will catch you in the next video. Subscribe if you're new, share the videos around, check out my main channel, check out my Twitch TV page, because I will be streaming I stream a bunch of games there, but I also will be streaming Call of Duty there as well, but just how regularly I do it will be up in the air, who knows. And with that said, hope you all have a wonderful and safe day. Be good to each other, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.